Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Awesome job there, Miss Gina Newhouse.
All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Gage. Welcome to our live broadcast of the Thunder over Michigan Air Show. Right as we were starting our broadcast there, the national anthem demonstration was underway, so I wanted to pause for that while we get the show underway here. How you doing? My name is Gage, aka The Rough Rider Show. I will be your commentator for the show today as we are live at Willow Run, Michigan, for the Thunder over Michigan Air Show. This is going to be a spectacular show. We cannot wait to share this show with you guys. We've been waiting to do this one for quite some time. So how you guys doing? Welcome to the show. As you can see, the elephant in the room, it's a bit smoky outside, as you can see, even behind the F-16 there, F-16 Viper Demo Team. It is quite smoky outside as the smoke from the Canadian wildfires is still affecting the southeastern Michigan. Here's a bit of a wide shot here. As you can see, we're still dealing with the smoke up here in Michigan. However, they are expecting the ceiling to clear in time for the air show today, so they are going to try and fly today. As we heard on the radio, or at least I heard on the radio before we went live, they went ahead and activated the TFR, but the flying is going to be held for now. So here's what's going to happen. So the ceiling is too low right now. The visibility has to be a minimum of 3 miles. Right now, the visibility over Willow Run is 2.5 miles. So we're right on the limit. We are right there, just not quite there yet. However, we just heard confirmation that the jet truck, you know, the jet truck. Who remembers the jet truck? I know the jet truck. The jet truck is going to be coming out and doing his demonstration here in just a little bit because he says it's clear enough for him to do it. So we will wait for the jet truck to come out to start off the air show today. So again, if you're just tuning in, my name is Gage, aka The Rough Rider Show. And if you're new to us, what we do is we stream air shows all across the country. I got to remove that practice window because that is not happening. This is the actual show. I actually had the stream all ready to go for yesterday. Members, we were going to go live from members right here yesterday for Red Arrows practice. But the smoke was just too thick and the Red Arrows were not able to practice yesterday due to the smoke. We also had an opportunity, or we were going to have an opportunity to hang out with the F16 Viper Demo Team, which is right there on the left-hand side. However, they just got in today. They were supposed to get in earlier this week, but they wanted to try and avoid all the smoke they could. So right now, they just got in about an hour ago. So they'll be getting ready, hopefully, for a demonstration later this afternoon. All right, so who's checking in with us? Danny. Hi, Danny. How you doing? Danny JB6. Welcome to the show, my friend. Flanker Dude 92. Wow, that's a lot of smoke. Yeah. You know, I gotta say, this is actually not as bad as it has been the last few days. I've been in Michigan since Wednesday, and Wednesday it was clear, obviously, but the smoke moved in Wednesday night, and it was horrible. Like Thursday and most of the day today. Thursday was really the worst of it. So it may look smoky right now, but I'll tell you right now, this is an improvement compared to yesterday. Because yesterday, in case you guys missed my post, I put on the channel and I also put it on our Facebook page. I posted an image of our view of the red Aero jets, and from this exact spot that we were sitting on, we couldn't even see the jets. And right now, we can see them clear as day. So that's an improvement. I will take that as an improvement. But right now, they are proceeding as in if the air show is going to be scheduled. The TFR is active, so they went ahead and they let Detroit know. Detroit Metro Airport, which is our neighboring airport off to our east. They went ahead and let them know that the TFR is active. But they're going to hold on just a little bit longer here to let the smoke let up just a little bit. It is scheduled to let up a little bit as the evening progresses here. The winds out of the northwest are actually increasing throughout the night, and usually we don't like winds when it comes to flying and of course shaky cameras, but in this case, wind is actually our favor. The wind is going to help blow all this smoke out of here. It is just Thursday and Wednesday night have been nothing but no wind at all, which is what kept the smoke around for much, much longer. But right now, we are hanging out with you. I thought I'd go ahead and just push the go live button because I know we had a lot of questions in chat asking what's the status, what's happening, and we had some good confirmations on the radio, and I thought I would like to share those with you. We do have radio communications with the Air Boss. The Air Boss is right there on the bottom left of your screen there. He's sitting up in the stands there. So we will have radio communications with the Air Boss here at Willow Run Airport as well as the tower. He will give us real-time updates on what's going on and when they are ready to proceed. But as of right now, the ceiling is just too low. It needs to be 3 miles for us to fly today. Right now, the visibility is sitting at 2.5 miles, so we're right there. The visibility just needs to improve by a half a mile, and we're ready to go. So we are so close to flying, folks. I had a question, will we be here tomorrow? Yes, we plan to be live all weekend. So in case for whatever reason today does not work out, we will be here all weekend. And we will be moving around a little bit to give you some different unique views. So it's not the same each and every day. Once again, I have to give a special shout out to the Thunder Over Michigan staff and Herb Gillen Air Shows for allowing us to be here and the hospitality. I couldn't thank them enough. They treat us so well in Columbus a couple of weeks ago, as well as Branson, Missouri last year. And they're hosting us again here at Thunder Over Michigan in Willow Run. So just got to give a special shout out to them for allowing us to be here. Herb Gillen Air Shows, as well as the Thunder Over Michigan staff for allowing us to hang out with you guys right here on the flight line. I mean, again, we are right here on the flight line. The runway is right in front of us. The Air Boss is right there. The Air Boss is right there. So close. So close. Nettie, they say, good evening from the UK. Hope our red arrows get into the skies for you. Hey, Nettie, thank you so much. We are looking forward to seeing them. As you can see, we got all 10 jets sitting there on the runway. They got most of them uncovered except for one there. But the red arrows, they usually fly in a 7-jet formation. A couple of spares, and of course, Red 10 will be the narrator. So we look forward to hearing Red 10 for the first time. We saw the red arrows 2 weeks ago at Four Leaf Air Show in New York City. Or Jones Beach, New York. Close enough. But we saw them when they did a joint flyover with the snowbirds. That was incredible. I'll still never forget that moment. I'll never forget that moment. That was incredible. But we're so happy to see the Red Arrows on the tarmac here for the first time. We have a clear view, as you can see there. Man, we got a lot of people from across the pond tuning in. We got Blackpool, hello from the UK. We need to see a little Blue Angels in the UK soon, going to Cambridge when Fat Albert is ready to test. Oh, you know what? If you get footage of that, let me know. I cannot wait to see Fat Albert back in the skies again. Yeah, Fat Albert is getting some much deserved maintenance. Much needed. Much needed maintenance for Fat Albert there. Sorry, I'm multitasking. But yeah, Nettie, thanks for being here. Of course, Blackpool. Yeah, we do. The Blue Angels, yeah, we'd love to have them over there. In fact, you know, whenever they go overseas, we're going to try and follow them. I'll do my best. We need to do a first international air show. Which, in fact, we actually are planning to do our first international air show this season. I'll talk about that coming up a little bit later on the broadcast. But we are planning to go to Canada on Labor Day weekend. We will see the Snowbirds one more time. I thought, you know, this is their final year in the CT-114 Tudor aircraft. Gotta see them one more time, especially in their home country in Toronto, Canada, the Canadian International Air Show. We cannot wait to be over there on September 7th, as well as Cleveland, Ohio, that same weekend. Labor Day weekend is going to be a busy weekend for us, so we cannot wait to share what we got in store for you. So again, guys, if you're just tuning in, my name is Gage, aka The Rough Rider Show. I am your commentator for the air show today here at the Thunder over Michigan. If you're just tuning in right now, we are in a bit of a hold. I went ahead and went live because we were hearing some cool communications between the air boss and Detroit. However, as soon as I go live, of course, they stop. But the air boss there on the right-hand side is monitoring the visibility all throughout Willow Run here. This is going to be an interesting special show. This is actually a evening twilight show. Now, for those who have been with us for a while, this is not our first time covering a evening twilight air show. In fact, we did this very thing in Columbus, Ohio, 2 weeks ago? Was it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? I can't remember. 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were in Columbus, Ohio, and they did a twilight fireworks finale show. It was quite a show. So we might see something fairly similar here at Willow Run. But however, coming up here, we will have the jet truck. In fact, you can see the jet truck is coming out right now. The jet truck told teams that it is not too smoky for him, but we're going to start with our ground displays here at the air show. We cannot wait to see that. This is going to be cool. So we'll watch the jet truck start up here. And we got the the red arrows there in the background. That's actually kind of cool shot. It's definitely not too smoky for the jet truck, that's for sure. But the air show is about to get underway here momentarily for the ground displays, that is. So we're going to get the jet truck underway here, at least have some action for you, while we are waiting for the visibility to clear just a little bit more in order for the air show to safely proceed. We got a heck of a lineup on the show today for Thunder over Michigan, guys. Not only do we have the Royal Air Force Red Arrows in the background there and the jet truck coming up momentarily, we also have the F16 Viper Demo Team. You can see on the bottom right of your screen, they are here. They're scheduled to be up in the air as well. We even have a MV-22 Osprey Demo Team, and Osprey is even here, which is incredible. I cannot wait to see that. I think the last time we saw an Osprey was Chicago of last year, I believe. Either way, that's going to be insane. Jack Ace's P-51 demo team is also here. The MiG-17F is here. We'll have a C-130 Hercules. Melissa Burns She's one of the most, we saw Melissa, I think, last year in Columbus and as well as here at Thunder over Michigan. So we cannot wait to see Melissa again. The Fast Rope Demo Team, as well as a C-17 Global Master 3. We'll have a C-17 coming up. B-25, Rosie's Reply. It's going to be giving rides out. And we'll even have the Pyrotechnics Explosions. If you guys like explosions, I know I like explosions. But while we're waiting for the jet truck to start up here, in case you are coming out to the air show tomorrow, I went ahead and walked around the air show to give you a little bit of a tour to show you which aircrafts are on display. So check this out. All right, so here is a couple of aircrafts that are on display here at Thunder over Michigan. Huge helicopter, look at this. Huge. Try and go a wide angle for you. Very cool to have something like this on display. Look, they even let you get in the cockpit. This here, got another C-130 Hercules here. Here's what it's like to be underneath one of these. Let's get in the cockpit of a C-130. Very cool. Get to go inside one of these. Wow. Very cool. That's what it's like to go in a C-130 there. Won't spend too much time in the cockpit. Now here's an interesting one. We got an Osprey sitting over here. Usually don't see very many of these.
You can start when you're ready, and you have all the time you need.
So one of these will be performing at the air show today. Very nice. Always fascinating to see things like this. Kind of hard to see, but inside an Osprey. And over here we got another C-130. This one is from Rhode Island, from the U.S. Air Force. So we got two C-130s here. One of them is going to be performing, believe it or not. Another historical one down there. Got a couple of fighter jets over here. Looks like we've got an F-18 over here. I won't go through all of them because I want this video to not be too long, but get an idea of what you can see here at the air show. They even got a couple of police helicopters here from Detroit. And then way over there, a massive C-5, one of the world's largest aircraft. So we will check that out after this. Now that was cool to see, right? Those are the type of aircraft that are on display that you'll see here at Thunder over Michigan. So that was quite cool. All right, so right on cue here, we got the Jet Streak jet truck that is coming up first here at Thunder over Michigan. Look at that. Look at that fire. This thing is such an interesting feat of engineering here. Let me tell you that. The visibility is not an issue for the jet truck here, so we're going to go ahead and get the ground displays underway.
Coming out to the runway, you can turn your attention to the jet truck. The flames actually coming out the top, too.
Look at that.
Those engines I mentioned earlier, out of a Buckeye 2A aircraft.
All right, guys, so if you're just tuning in, welcome to our live broadcast of Thunder over Michigan Air Show. My name is Gage. With the Rough Rider Show, we have the the Hot Streak jet truck that is performing now.
That's the afterburner engaged.
Look at that.
The truck itself, a length
Wow.
of 22 feet, 150 gallons will be used in this performance
Lizzie,
of jet fuel.
is that truck with plane engines? Yes, these are actual jet engines. It's what makes this truck very unique.
And as if we didn't have enough smoke, we'll lay down some more.
If, you know, it's not that if we didn't have enough smoke, we'll just lay down some more. Why not? Now this thing is going to go very, very, very fast. Look at that.
Goes through his own smoke.
He's going through his own smoke. We need more smoke, guys. Look at this.
I'll get you to work in a hurry.
Just slightly faster than my Jeep Cherokee.
Just slightly.
Can't really see him. He's behind the smoke here, but he's there. I promise. There is a jet truck. There he is.
24,000 horsepower at base.
24,000 horsepower that this engine will emit on the back of this truck.
Drag racing world, but also here in the air show world.
Sync asking, is the F4 here? So, yes, so let me address that. The F4 is not going to be at the show, unfortunately, as they ran into some unexpected repair issues. So they're currently fixing the plane now, but the repair was not going to be in time ahead of this air show, sadly. So no F4 Phantom here at Thunder over Michigan this weekend, sadly.
So you know, all depends. We may just push it out there a little bit, head for 300.
By the way, in case you guys are interested and you don't want to hear me talking and you rather hear the announcer talking, the PA announcer in the background, we do have a dedicated member stream that is live right now for our Thunderbird members and above. Not only you get access to all of the cameras that we have live for you,
Right back into the seat.
but not only do we have all the cameras live for you, but you can hear exclusively the PA announcer. So if you don't want to hear me rumbling and you rather hear them,
All right, Hayden's gonna
well, there you go. You can tune into that if you're a Thunderbird member and above. It helps support us as well as gives you access to that. So if you're interested, check it out. It's pinned in chat.
recheck to make sure that he is in good shape for his
But
run.
all right, jet truck is getting ready to do its drag race here. It's making sure that everything is in line.
Here it's full on up. The mission tonight to get over 250.
So the mission tonight is they're going to get 250 miles an hour. That is the goal. Can they do it? We'll find out.
All right, he's up on the throttle.
Let's go triple box.
Stage.
We'll let you listen in.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the run here at Thunder over Michigan. We're going to bring you.
We're going to bring some big thunder over Michigan right now with the Hot Streak jet truck. Here he goes.
An instant 100. Head
Shy of 300 miles an hour, folks. There he goes.
Hey, out here, because all of you have brought your vehicles, you know there's a better way to do this.
Hot street jet truck.
You got kids, too. This is the fun part. If you see something you like over the weekend, let's hear the horns. What do you think? There it is. Oh, excellent, excellent. So we've got a little action here for you here at Thunder over Michigan.
We want to thank some of our sponsors for making this
The
possible.
thing that's very unique about Thunder over Michigan is they offer drive-up tailgating.
Performers with great
So instead of like parking and trying to find
Bank of Ann Arbor is a valued community.
like, you know, parking and have to walk.
Are you here? Hey, Pyro, you're loud and clear. How many? I hear you 10 by 10.
Incredible aircraft.
Hey, you guys good to go for the, do you want to do the Pyro salute? Okay, can you hear her? Yeah, we have them up on the truck. Okay, roger that. Let's shoot for a 35 start for that.
Ann Arbor Marriott Ypsilanti.
Cool, 35 start. Herc will start talking at 35 for that.
Av Fuel, Bank of Ann Arbor, B&E Stunts Incorporated, Civil Air Patrol, Continental Airshow Productions, Deluxe.
Yeah, so like I said, there we have comms with the Air Boss, so we're listening in to see what's happening at the air show. But yeah, as you can see on the right-hand side of your screen, this is the drive-up tailgate that is directly behind me here. So those who bought their tickets have an opportunity to drive their vehicle onto airport grounds, and you could be front and center with the air show. So you don't have to worry about parking and walking a lot of miles. You could just drive straight up to the air show and park and watch it from your vehicle. It's such a unique experience that not a lot of air shows do this. In fact, I don't know any other air show that actually does something like this. So that's what makes Thunder over Michigan very unique, is the drive-up tailgate parking. It's very, very cool. It makes it easier for not only us, but also it makes it easier for you guys, and especially for those that have walking disabilities, to make it easier for them to see the air show as well. It's really, really cool. The grass is nice and mowed. The hospitality is wonderful here. So if you're interested in coming out to the air show, maybe you're still thinking about coming out. Well, here's the thing. Saturday's show is sold out. So you can no longer find any drive-up tailgate tickets for Saturday. It is completely sold out. However, there are still tickets available on Sunday. So if you want to come out to Sunday's air show, that is still available. You can get your tickets online, thunderovermichigan.org. And I am told they are 70% sold out for Sunday. So not a lot of tickets left. So if you want to have the experience like those guys on the right-hand side, get your tickets while you can and come on out and see the show. Hopefully this broadcast today and tomorrow encourages you to come out and buy some tickets. That's our goal, too. That's our goal. But the jet truck completing their demonstration for today. And up next, they're going to get the pyro action going. Who loves seeing pyros? You love explosions and whatnot? I like explosions. Well, their crews are actively working on that right now on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. They're getting the pyro team's getting ready, so we're going to get some explosions underway. We're going to at least have something happening for you. We'll get something underway for the air show, as we are still tracking a little bit of smoke in the area. As you can see, it is a bit hazy out here in Michigan. But again, we are right on the limit when it comes to visibility. Visibility has to be at least 3 miles in order for the show to proceed. Right now, we are sitting at 2.5 miles, last I heard on the radio. So we are right on the limit. But over the past couple of hours, the Red Arrows have been getting their jets ready for the air show, so we've been keeping track of that. As Red Arrows will be demonstrating right over there on the right-hand side. They removed the covers, they're getting the jets ready, and it's such a unique experience because the last time the Red Arrows were here was in 2019, and they're only doing 5 air shows as a part of America 250. So we're so honored to have them here in Michigan. We saw them a couple of weeks ago in New York, And then we plan to see them one more time before they head home in Oshkosh next weekend. So the jet truck being towed back on the left-hand side of your screen. So we're keeping an eye on the red arrows there. So once again, if you're just tuning in, you're new to us, we do have radio communications with the Air Boss. So as soon as updates come out, you'll hear them first. You'll hear them before I even tell them to you, because the Air Boss will tell us himself. But of course, you know, visibility and safety of the aircraft is top priority. So visibility needs to be at least 3 miles in order for the air show to continue. But we are doing ground displays right now. So like I said, we just had the jet truck happen a couple minutes ago. And the pyro team's getting ready. In about 5 minutes, they're going to start shooting some explosions, because, you know, we love explosions, right? Controlled explosions, that is. Let me be clear with that. Controlled explosions. TPT, they asked, do we know exactly what happened to the Phantom? We don't, actually. They didn't really exactly say what went wrong. But all we know is they were not able to make it to Thunder over Michigan this weekend. So we don't know exactly what happened to the F4, but of course, hopefully they can get it fixed and back into the sky for the rest of its air show season. Here's a good look at the Hot Street jet truck. Nice little demo there. Tony, they ask, are all days going to be until 10 p.m.? Yes, Tony, the show Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are all evening air shows. So the air show is expected to start between 6 and end at 9:30, with gates closing at 10. Apologies for the out of focus there. We do have quite a things in the way.
Waiting on the weather here a little bit. We'd like to pay tribute to one of our own. I want to take a moment. Last week, the airshow community lost one of its own, George Klein, our longtime air boss here at Thunder over Michigan Airshow. He passed away after a battle with cancer, and for more than 25 years, George was the standard by which air bosses across the country were measured.
Exo says, how are they flying with all the smoke? Well, the thing is, they're not. They are not flying right now. We're waiting for the weather to clear up just a little bit more. A little bit more, but the air show is doing ground displays right now as we await for the ceiling to clear just a little bit. The smoke, that is.
His son Brad is alongside tonight, carries that torch forward, and the entirety of our airshow family stands behind him. Today's show and every moment of it through this weekend is dedicated to the memory of the one we looked up to most. We are grateful for everything he gave to this industry and to this very show.
Just listening into the PA here. Stand by.
We wish to dedicate today's show to our longtime air boss, supporter, and true friend George E. Klein. And now, the 3-volley salute in tribute. Ladies and gentlemen, in remembrance of George E. Klein.
Very nice. That was in remembrance of George E. Klein, who is a longtime air boss here at Thunder over Michigan. He unfortunately lost his life to cancer not too long ago. So, of course, Jordan E. Klein, we wish you and your family prayers to him and his family. Longtime air boss here at Thunder over Michigan. What a great memory there to shoot off some pyros in his name. Rest in peace, my friend.
Up and running, and would love to have your business over there as well. It does take a ton of volunteers to make this work every year. If you'd like to volunteer for the Michigan Flight Museum.
EXO, they say, hopefully it clears up. Yep, I mean, the last thing we heard is in the forecast, the winds are expected to increase just a little bit as the evening progresses. And as the winds increase, that'll help blow the smoke out of here. So that is the hope, and I can feel the wind breeze increasing just a little bit. But the visibility needs to be at least 3 miles. So we're just waiting on that to clear here at Thunder Over Michigan.
Make sure to check out the Kids Zone. It's a great place.
Mark, they say, thank you for the stream. I have been attending this air show since the beginning and cannot attend due to my asthma. Thank you so much for allowing you to attend on the couch. Absolutely, Mark. Sorry to hear that you have asthma there, but you know what? Safety is definitely more important. You know, if you don't have to be out here in the smoke, don't be. But here's what I will say. The air quality has significantly improved over the last few days so we got here on Wednesday. Wednesday is when we arrived here in Michigan, and Wednesday night and all day Thursday was brutal. Let me tell you, you step outside and have you ever gone camping? And when you go camping, you kind of smell fire, right? Just people having fires. It kind of smelled like that, except it was everywhere you go. It was everywhere you go. The air quality was quite bad that they canceled quite a bit of things up here in the Detroit area, including the Henry Ford Museum. The Henry Ford Museum had to shut down the factory tour due to the air quality, and Walmart was doing some precautions as well as other parks and businesses. And you know what? It's all a good thing. The quality and the health of people is more important than conducting an air show like this. But of course, the safety of all guests is top priority. But I can tell you, just me being out here is a significant improvement compared to yesterday. Yesterday it was quite bad. But, people are still making out of it. There's still cars having fun. You see you got a Frisbee game going on there on the right-hand side. There's still lots of things to do here at the air show, not only just the show itself, but, like I said, there's static display aircraft. In fact, one of those static display aircrafts, in case you are planning on coming out to the show tomorrow, one of them here is one of the world's largest aircraft. It's not the, but it's one of. This here is a C-5. And thanks to the U.S. Air Force for bringing a C-5 out to Thunder Over Michigan, you'll have an opportunity to go inside and see what it's like to be inside one of the world's largest cargo aircraft. And let me tell you, this aircraft is so large, you can fit, I think, 4 semis in this thing. 3 helicopters, and I don't know how many F-150s you could, but a lot. You could fit a lot on this airplane. If you want to see what it's like to be inside, well, guess what? I walked inside it earlier. Check this out. This is one of the world's largest aircraft, and we're about to walk into the back end of this humongous plane. Wow. You can fit a bunch of semis in here.
It's a big airplane, but it's not big enough for like Airshow cross fit through. It's really high. Oh, this? Yeah, we can't go upstairs.
Holy cow. There you have it. A C5. That's how far this thing can go. Just goes to show you the capacity.
Go ahead. We're out here doing a full for a moment. We'll come back out about 7 or 8:15 on for the wall. Okay, copy all. Should have a decision also coming from Ashley and Kevin shortly on pushing forward or not pushing forward. Copy all. Send you guys to center and I will have sound trailers will be here. Okay, copy all. And while I have you, communicate output to go up into the ramp. Approved.
Yeah, so like I said, wasn't that cool to be inside a C5? So you could experience that here at the air show. Here's a good look at the Osprey. This is the Osprey that'll be performing at the show later today and this weekend. But as you heard there from the Air Boss, we will have a decision shortly on what they will be doing with the air show today. So stay tuned, folks. We're currently in a, I don't even know if you call it weather delay. I'll just call it smoke delay. Does smoke delay sound better? I mean, of course, any delay is not great, right? But again, the safety of the aircrafts and the performers is top priority. So they will not fly unless it is safe to do so. But as of right now, they are still trying. But we will have a decision here very shortly. So I went ahead and put the weather delay graphic up in case you're just tuning in. We are waiting on a decision shortly to see what will happen with the air show today. It's still a little smoky out. EXO, they asked, did we see Jack's Ace up close? The answer is yes. In fact, they are parked just over here. Let me see if I can get a view. Oh, well, there's too many RVs in the way now. But over here in this general area, Jack Ace is parked directly behind those RVs there. But I'll give you a little pan tour here. So Jack Ace is parked behind the RVs there. Here is the Meg 17, the MiG-17s. Good look at them. So they're getting one of them ready in case they were to fly today. So you got them sitting right over there as you walk into the air show. And then as we look over here, here's a view of the F16 Viper Demo Team. They arrived just an hour ago, 2 hours ago actually. So some performers are still getting into the grounds today. So the Viper demo team there just taxied out. So good to have them here. They are one of the headliners for the air show, as well as the red arrows there on the right-hand side. Is F-35 there? No. There is no F-35 at this air show. But we have an F-16 there on the left-hand side. We'll have a C-17 Global Master 3. Melissa Burns will be out as well. We'll have a C-130 Hercules. In fact, earlier on the broadcast, I showed you what it's like to be in that very C-130 Hercules, so we have them coming up. As well as the Jack Ace P-51 Demo Team, the Osprey. I'm looking forward to the Osprey. What do you guys think? The Osprey was one of my highlights last year's season, up at the Chicago Air and Water Show last August. That was incredible. JDS, they say, I've seen the C5 at Royal International Air Tattoo in the UK in 2025. I know, right? Isn't it huge? I mean, if that video doesn't give you a sense of scale how large that aircraft is, it is massive. It is absolutely massive. Turnburn Photos, they say FEMA, born and raised, about 30 minutes up the road from you. He's our hometown guy. Yeah, cool. Glad to have him here. That's awesome. Lugna says, Jordan, that's cool. Enjoy your time. Yeah, Jordan. Yeah, absolutely. Jordan Plains is here. Hey. Well, if you're around, come say hi to us. We're right up at the edge of the fence. So, Jordan, come say hi. Yeah, Baz there with a great lineup there. Yeah, so Baz has a link to all the performers, and as well as you can see it in the description of this live stream. No problem. All right, stand by. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. I'm back. So again, if you guys have any questions in chat, go ahead and put them in. We're just kind of hanging out here as we're waiting on to see what officials will decide on the fate of today's air show. But as of right now, they're holding hope. They are holding hope on conducting the show today, so we are just awaiting more information. We will hear it from the air boss on the radio soon. Hey, Ghost Rider Soars, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Yeah, so while we got a minute here, I'll go ahead and I'll let you know what our 2026 season schedule is. So, and we did actually have a couple of changes that I'll talk about here. So here is a look at our season schedule. So not only we're here at Thunder Over Michigan today, we plan to be here tomorrow and Sunday, by the way. I just haven't updated that graphic there, but we plan to be here tomorrow and Sunday as well. Next week, so here's the thing with Oshkosh. I haven't posted anything about it yet, but since you guys are tuned in, I'll go ahead and I'll let you know what our plans are for Oshkosh. So right now, it's a bit iffy about that show, and there's reasons that I can't really talk about on the live stream, but here's what I will tell you. If we go to Oshkosh, we will not be able to provide live coverage on base for you. So we are currently looking into other options off base around the EAA Adventure area. But we plan to stream the Red Arrows portion of Oshkosh. So the Red Arrows are scheduled to perform Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Oshkosh. So we plan to stream Friday, Saturday, and Sunday's Oshkosh shows with you guys. We do not plan to be there on Monday through Thursday. We do not plan to be there for those days. But on Oshkosh, we plan to be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for the Red Arrows portion of Oshkosh. But right after that, we'll take a breather and we'll head down to Chicago Air and Water Show, one of our favorites and one of the popular ones too, on August 15th, where we'll see the United States Air Force Thunderbirds. That is going to be a wonderful show. We cannot wait to bring that to you on August 15th. And then added to our list, August 29th, we'll head on down to Lake Charles, Louisiana. And my understanding is this is the first time they have ever had an air show at this airport at Lake Charles. So that's going to be quite cool. So the Blue Angels will be there at Thunder over Louisiana on August 29th. We cannot wait to head down there and see them. And then that very next week, this is when the busy Labor Day weekend begins. On September 5th, we will head up to Cleveland, Ohio, and we'll see the Blue Angels right on the lakefront there. Cleveland, Ohio, one of our favorite shows to do. So we plan to not only stream the show on September 5th, but if you're a member of the channel, we plan to go up a couple of days early and stream the circles and arrivals maneuvers that they usually do. So we plan to stream that for you middle of the week on Wednesday. And then on September 7th, we're going international for the first time. On September 7th, we are headed to Toronto, Ontario, to see the Canadian International Air Show, where we will see the Snowbirds one more time as they wrap up their 55th and final season in their current Tudor aircrafts. So we will head there on September 7th. Owensboro on September 12th. Cannot wait to go back to Owensboro again. We last time we were there, it was 2024. So quite exciting to return back to Owensboro this year. And then October 17th, look at this. The Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds will be both at the NAS Jacksonville Air Show. We plan to try and go to that one as well, so we cannot wait to bring you live shows or live broadcasts of that. And then to close out the season in Atlanta, the Air Dot Show in Atlanta on October 31st on Halloween. That's going to be a special Halloween show. I wonder if we can make the graphics Halloween theme. I don't know. I'll talk to Trish about that. And then we'll close up the season on November 6th, the Blue Angels Homecoming Show. So there you go. That is our updated schedule for the 2026 season. In case anyone has been asking. I know we've been getting a couple messages asking what's been going on with our schedule there. But there's your answer. Hopefully I answered your questions there. JDS, they say, I'll definitely watch the Canadian show because last time seeing the Snowbirds, it's a shame that another team is going. Yeah, I know it. 55 years. That's quite a long time for an aircraft to be in the air there. So, you know, sometimes maintenance just catches up on you, right? It is very sad to see that go. Snowbirds will be taking a couple years pause as they transition planes. So it'll be interesting to see what they get in next. Snowball, they're going to be at Owensboro. Hey! Well, hope to see you there. Hope to see you in Owensboro. Ghost Rider, they asked, do you stream the full air shows? Yes. Every air show we go to, we stream the entire thing. So not just Red Arrows, Blue Angels, Thunderbirds, or any of that. We stream the entire show. Of course, our main audience and our main mission is to follow the Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds as much as possible. But we show you the entire show. So not just the jet demonstration stream, the jet demonstration teams. We will show you the entire show. So again, if you guys are just tuning in, welcome again to Willow Run Airport here at Thunder over Michigan, Friday's edition of the show. As you can see, we're dealing with a little bit of a weather delay, and honestly, it's not really weather's fault. It's from the wildfires that is happening to our north, and the state of Michigan has been absolutely covered in smoke the last 3 days, causing multiple issues down here, as well as in other states too, in northern Ohio, parts of western New York, and northwestern Pennsylvania. These are all from the wildfires that are happening up in Ontario. So, of course, I want to take this time to thank all of the firefighters up there that are working around the clock as hard as they can to get those fires out. But sometimes when the jet stream is going the right way, it'll blow smoke thousands of miles away. And, unfortunately up here in Michigan, the last few days has been quite smoky, and it still is a little smoky right now. But the good news is it's not as bad as it has been the last few days. I mean, right now, yeah, it is quite smoky. I mean, in fact, I think, I don't know about you guys, but I think the visibility has dropped a little bit more. But again, the smoke is expected to blow on out of here by Saturday, as we are having a warm front coming in through northern Michigan, and the winds are supposed to increase. And usually we don't like winds when it comes to flying and, of course, shaky cameras, right? But this time the winds are actually going to be in our favor. The winds are going to help blow the smoke out of here. And hopefully majority of it will be blown out of here by Saturday. But of course, anytime you have a front coming in, that will bring a chance of storms. But the storms are going to be hit or miss. So, you just kind of have to dodge around, right? That's just the world of Mother Nature. That's how things work. We dodge around the weather. But tomorrow's show is going to be an evening show, so hopefully the storms will be out of here by then, if they even do hit us. We don't know. But honestly, rain is probably welcome up here in Michigan, because the rain will help clear the smoke out even faster. Pam, they ask, when are they making the decision to fly? Well, I don't know. But the last confirmation we heard, which was about 5 to 10 minutes ago on the radio, they are going to make a decision soon. We don't know when that will happen, but the airshow officials are holding on as much as possible in hopes that we can get the show underway today. They are holding out hopes. They're trying everything they can. And of course, we appreciate them for holding on as much as they can, in hopes that the air show can get underway today. But we do have radio communications with the air boss, so we are listening in to the air boss, and as soon as you hear what the official confirmation will be, you will hear it right here on the stream. So we will bring you that as soon as the final call is made. But right now, the TFR is active. So the temporary flight restriction is active. You can see crews there on the left-hand side are getting the F-16 jet ready to go for today's demonstration in case they were to fly today. So as of right now, and the red arrows there on the right-hand side are also getting ready. So as of right now, at this very moment, both teams are planning to fly today, until we hear otherwise. But right now, the airshow officials are just holding off as much as they can in hopes to have the airshow underway today. Amazing airshow videos. They're asking, are you going to broadcast the night show tomorrow? Yes, we will be here tomorrow, and we also plan to be here on Sunday. We plan to be here the entire weekend. So once again, I have to take this moment to thank our members of the channel, because we've been here since Wednesday. I got to give a special shout out to our members here. These guys are the people that allow us to drive around the country and stream all kinds of air shows for you. I know we just got a couple of more new members added to the list here, so we will add that in time for tomorrow. But these guys on your screen is what helps us pay for hotels. It helps us pay for gas, as well as it helps us pay the Starlink bill to bring you this broadcast. Because, doing all this stuff, buying all these cameras, it's not free. It's not cheap, right? So we appreciate every single one of you on this list. There's so many of you now. I don't even know if I can read all of you now. Mark Morgan, Marco, Amy Williams, Backfire, Cat in the Wonderlands. That's a nice username there. Nick MF Jones. Let's see, Doug Tossing. I mean, there's just so much of you. Even our basic supporters, they help out too. Astro Joe, Chromatic, Kath's been here forever. Flipper79, our big supporter, of course, JC and RC Horseman, a Blue Angel supporter there. Thank you so much to these guys. They make it possible to us to be out here. And of course, if you want to become a member of our channel, you can have access to the members multi-view stream that is live right now, as well as member exclusive live streams We were hoping to do a members practice live stream yesterday. In fact, we came out here, we were ready to go. We set up the cameras and we were ready to hit live. But the smoke did not clear in time and they called off the practice. But we tried. But if you're interested in things like that, like Blue Angel circles and arrivals and much more, we plan to stream those to members. So if you're interested, become a member of the channel. And of course, super chats help out. And you just watching too. Just watching helps us out. So thank you for being here. Dat guy, nice username there. Dat guy, they say for the Cleveland Air Show, they went ahead and got a hotel in downtown. They cannot wait. Cool, very nice. And good on you for becoming well prepared there, because Cleveland Air Show is one of the most popular air shows in the world. In fact, they actually posted a graphic from all the people who have bought tickets, and people from all across the world travel to Cleveland, Ohio for that air show. We're lucky that we're 2 hours away from Cleveland, so we don't have to drive very far, but I understand lots of people drive a lot further than that. And let me tell you, we can attest to that. The furthest air show that we have ever gone to was San Antonio, Texas earlier this year. San Antonio, the Great Texas Air Show. That was almost a 2,000-mile drive from Ohio to cover that air show in San Antonio, Texas. So we understand. We make the drives too. But that's awesome that you're able to get a hotel in Cleveland there. Very, very nice. Hope you enjoy the show. And hey, hopefully we see you out there. We love to see you there. Drake 5645. To answer your question, we don't know. The air show officials are holding out hope, though. They are holding out hope. They're holding on as long as possible here, but actually, it looks like the Red Arrows are tarping their jets. So that may not be a good sign here. The Red Arrows are putting the tarps back over their jets. So that definitely is not looking good, guys. We have not heard any official confirmation yet, but based off of what we're seeing here, that might answer our question for the status of today's show. But again, nothing is official yet. We haven't heard any announcements. The air boss has not spoken yet. But that right there might be a decision factor. But again, you know, they're probably tarping up for now and they may untarp later. Who knows? So I don't know if I'd read that as official yet, but that doesn't mean that that's a good sign. JDS, they say you can see the Reds engineers. They're covering up the engine intakes, which, yeah, we saw we're seeing that. Yeah, we can see that. Yeah, too risky. It's possible. Jordan's Planes, they say, do you know that 10 years ago the B-29 Doc made its first flight? No, I actually did not know that. That's good to know. Wow. 10 years ago. Wow, that's incredible. That's insane. Baz says, put up Skip. Skip Stewart, he'd fly. Yeah, he would. He would fly. But for those tuning in, if you, in case you're asking, did you miss anything? Really, the two things you missed was the Hot Street Jet Truck and the Pyro Team. That was about it. That's the only thing we were able to get underway so far. Because the skies are just a little smoky. But as you can see here, the Red Arrows are currently covering up their jets here. So, may not be a good sign here. But again, we have not heard any official confirmation if the show has been canceled yet. We have not heard any official confirmation yet. So the show is still on until we hear otherwise. So again, if you're just tuning in, we are holding off hope that we're hanging on to hope that the smoke will clear just enough in order to safely get the air show underway here. In fact, we can just barely see the sun due to the smoke here. Look at this. It's one of the orange-looking sunsets here. Yeah, Colin, that's it. Yeah, the jet truck is the only thing we saw so far today. That is correct. Snowball, they say definitely smoky. Safety first. Yes, absolutely. Safety first over enjoyment. As much as we want to see them fly today, you know, safety first. But again, we have not heard any official confirmation yet if the show has been canceled or not. So we will stay live and relay information to you as soon as we get it. We also have a radio. We're listening in to the Air Boss. The TFR is still active. So they went ahead and activated the TFR. So until otherwise, the show is still on until we hear otherwise. Yeah, Baz, Cleveland and Toronto are the same weekend. Yeah, so we're going to do something similar to kind of like what we did last year, where we did Cleveland first, and then we drove to Branson the next day and did the show by the end of Labor Day weekend. So we plan to do the same thing this year, except instead of going to Branson, in fact, we actually asked our members. We asked our members of the channel if who would you rather see? Would you rather us go to Toronto or would you rather us go to Branson? Because Branson also has a great lineup as well, and the scenery in Branson is just fantastic. That airport is on top of a mountain, and it's like the flattest, narrowest mountain, and the only way to get there is one road. And it's like 10 miles off of the main road. It's not that you just turn right into a gate and go right up the mountain. Like, to get to this airport, it's one road, and it's a 10-mile country-long road. I almost thought I was going the wrong way, but there was also 30 more cars in front of us, so we figured we were going the right way, but it definitely was terrifying because we've never been to that Branson airport before, but now that we have, we know what to do next time. We know what to do next time. Ghost Riders, they see the F-16 and Red Arrows. So who else is performing there? Yeah, so all the performer lineup is, of course, on Thunder Over Michigan's website. But also, we have it in the description of this live stream. So we have a C-130 Hercules that'll be coming up. We have a MiG-17F, Jack Ace's P-51 Demo Team. We have the MV-22 Osprey Demo Team. I cannot wait to see them. Of course, we have the Fast Ropes Demo Team. We'll have a C-17 Global Master 3. And so much more. This show is going to be phenomenal. So if you want to see that full lineup there, it is in the description of this live stream. But yeah, again, if you're just tuning in, the status of today's air show is unknown. We don't know at this time. The last update we heard was about 15 minutes ago that they were coming up with a decision soon. Now, how soon? I can't answer that for you. But in just the last 5 minutes, the red arrows there on the left-hand side, they just covered up their jets, which is not a good sign that the show is going to continue. So, of course, we are awaiting updates from show officials, but we have not heard anything just yet. Oh yeah, Melissa Burns is there. Yeah, forgot Melissa Burns. We've seen her. We saw her at Battle Creek last year. She was also in Columbus, Ohio last year, and I think she was in Thunder Over Michigan last year. I don't exactly remember, but yeah, Melissa. She's very, very talented individual. I'm excited to see her back in the skies again here on the channel. We cannot wait to see Melissa. Very, very talented individual there. It's amazing the training and just whipping around an airplane in general. I mean, me just flying one wouldn't even work. But yeah, so not only like the pilots that fly planes on a regular basis, but, you know, pilots that do demonstrations like this is incredible. Jordan. Headliner for today's show is Fire and Smoke. Well, we did get quite a bit of fire and smoke earlier. We did have the jet truck that performed earlier, in case you guys missed that. We did have the jet truck. And meanwhile, we're also keeping an eye on the F16 Viper Demo Team. They just came out of the hangar. They came out of the hangar about 2 hours ago, so they're working on the jet there, making sure it's ready to go ahead of a possible air show today. But again, for those coming in and asking, we don't know the status of the show yet. We have not heard any official updates at this time. Rabbi, they ask, what time will we be starting tomorrow? So same time tomorrow and same time on Sunday. The air show flying is scheduled to begin at 6 p.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it is the same days, same times, same place each and every day.
Can I meander across the lawn there and cross Alpha? Yes, sir. Proceed as requested.
All right, what you heard there was Detroit Metro Airport talking to the air boss, making sure, because now that the TFR is active, the air boss is responsible for the airspace over Willow Run. So anytime any pilot wants to get near or into the airspace, they have to get permission from the air boss. So it sounds like they're letting Detroit have a couple of commercial planes above us, as there's currently no flying right now, but the TFR is still active. Ghost Riders, they ask, when does the F-16 leave to go to Oshkosh? I would have to guess probably Monday morning, because the air show here on Sunday is an evening show. Now, unless they perform and then they pack up and leave the same night, which is also possible. I don't know, but I would have to guess more likely Monday morning is when it'll arrive at Oshkosh. Now, from here to Oshkosh, it's pretty much a direct flight over Lake Michigan, so that's probably a 15-20 minute flight for them. They go quite fast. A TC spotter, we don't know. We don't know. We're still in a delay right now, but we have not heard any official confirmation if the show has been canceled yet. However, in just the last 15 minutes, we did see the red arrows covering up their jets again. They usually cover up the jets when they're not in use, when they're fully exposed to the elements and not in the hangar. We did recently watch them cover those up, so that's not a great sign. Not a great sign, but we're going to stay live. We're going to stay live until we hear official confirmation. Now, tell you what, while we're waiting to hear confirmation, on Wednesday, we had a chance to interview the Red Arrow's Rob Thomas. Oh,
Hey, you can hear Herc, right, when he's talking? Yeah, I have him on the truck. Let me know when you're ready, and he's going to work on having a countdown for the crowd to do a countdown to the wall of fires. That's cool with you. 5 minutes, we're ready to roll. Copy all.
all right, so we'll hold off on playing that interview. I was going to play our interview we had with the Red Arrows, but I think we're going to hold off here. They're going to, the Pyro team is getting ready again to show off some great demonstrations. So that is likely going to begin shortly. So at least we'll have some action today. Maybe not flying, but we'll have some action. But the Pyro team is getting things ready. As you can see, they're out there on the runway right now. Man, Merlin, they're going to blow some stuff up, yeah. At least we'll get explosions. I mean, we had the jet truck earlier.
Stay with me here for just a few more minutes. We got an official announcement coming to you, and we're going to have just a little more fun. So stick around. Just about 4 minutes more.
All right, so we're 4 minutes away from the Pyro team getting ready here. 4 more minutes. So we may not have a lot of flying to do today, but again, we're still going to have some action. So we will stay live and show you what happens here at Willow Run. But yeah, the Pyro team is here. So if you guys like explosions, we might get some of that at least. We'll at least have some of that. 4 minutes away. But get the earplugs ready. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm warning headphone users right now. Chromo, they're going to blow some stuff up and cancel the show. I mean, it's possible. But again, we haven't heard any official confirmation on the status of the Red Arrows today. But the fact that they did cover their jets, it's not a good sign. But we will hold off hope until we hear otherwise. But also, I have to mention the safety of the pilots and the jets is way more important than our enjoyment. You know, it's just a little smoky. So we're standing by here, guys. We're standing by. Well, we are going to get a pyro demonstration here.
Patriots here at Thunder over Michigan. The official call has been made. The weather is not improving, and we apologize. We can't control the weather. The visibility just is not going in the direction that we needed to. We have to have visibility in order to fly the aircraft. We hope you enjoyed the jet truck this evening. And I know you spent your evening with us. We thank you for that. We want to make that good for you. What we're going to do is tell you to please monitor your email. Where you got your tickets was through your email, right? Please monitor your email. Because next year, the United States Air Force Thunderbirds will be here. And you're going to come back. Okay? So we want to make that good for you. Monitor your email. There will be instructions on how to use those tickets. Now, before we go, we got one last thing to do. Like I said, we apologize for the weather, but we...
All right, guys, if you're just tuning in, the official call has been made. The air show today has been canceled. But, don't go anywhere. We're going to blow some things up here, so hang on.
Blowing stuff up, I need you to help me count back. And I'm going to start the count. You're going to do it with me. If you like what you see, I want to hear those horns, okay? Good deal? All right.
All right, guys, here we go. We're going to blow some stuff up here. Hang on.
Are you ready? That's it. Come up to the line. You want to get these cameras ready for this, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a good time.
If the air show's canceled, we're at least going to get some explosions out of this. So here we go, guys.
I'll wait for you. want to get a suntan, but this is going to help with it.
If you haven't gotten a suntan, this might help.
All right.
I'm warning headphone users right now.
Wave at me. You ready?
We're about to get an explosion here momentarily to close out the day today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignite!
What do you think of that?
Woo!
All right, Horns 2, thanks so much for coming out. Thunder over Michigan. Tomorrow is sold out. We are sorry, but keep an eye on your email, and you will be able to come back next.
You can hear everyone honking their horns for the explosion. Man, that was incredible, guys. Wow. Look at that cloud.
We are no longer going to continue chasing the weather tonight, so we are going to cancel for the rest of the evening and try again tomorrow. Roger that. We'll terminate the TFR and hand over the airspace back to D21 officially. Thank you. Sounds good. You guys have a good one. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Roger that. You too. Okay.
All right, guys. So there you go. The official confirmation has been called. The air show today has been canceled. The smoke just wasn't going in the right direction. In fact, the smoke has actually thickened up just a little bit more than what we anticipated here. So unfortunately, the air show has been canceled for today. It sucks, but you know what? Like I said before, the safety of the pilots is more important than our entertainment, for sure. So once again, if you're just tuning in to our live show of the Thunder over Michigan Air Show, the air show for today has been canceled. But before you go, before you click off the stream, I want to share an interview we had with Red Arrows. We had an opportunity on Wednesday to sit down with Red Arrow 2, Rob Thomas, for his excitement this weekend at Thunder over Michigan. So check this out.
Hi, Flight Attendant Rob Thomas, Red 2 of the Royal Air Force Aerobatics team, the Red Arrows, ROBTHOMAS.
And to start, just talk about what's going on out here.
Hi, great. It's, we've been here for a few weeks now in the USA, celebrating America 250. It's been fantastic. And just a couple of days ago, we arrived here at Ypsilanti, ready to be part of Thunder over Michigan. We're going to be displaying here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, about 7 o'clock in the evening. So it should be a perfect setting, perfect light, and you should be able to see the red, white, and blue blossom in the skies over Michigan. So we're so excited.
The exciting thing is, what makes you guys very unique is the red, white, and blue dye.
That's right.
Now, my understanding is sometimes you have to carry lots of that in order to make that happen. Does that affect how you maneuver the jets around when you're doing an air show?
So under the belly of the aircraft, I don't know whether you've noticed the pod, and that's the diesel pod with dye in it. So that holds the red, white, and blue. So different compartments in that pod hold the different dyes. So the boss and the senior pilot cleverly created the display so that we don't run out of dye or smoke during the show. We only hold about a minute of blue, a minute of red, maybe about 5 minutes of white. So as you can imagine, it's carefully choreographed to make sure that the show can continue going using the colours and ensure we don't run out throughout the show. So it doesn't really affect us. Great, yeah, so under the aircraft we've got the belly pod, which stores the dyed diesel, so red, white and blue, which is then fed into the jet plume at the back of the aircraft, which then creates that wonderful colour, the red, white and blue. So, as I said earlier, it's about a minute's worth of red, a minute's worth of blue, and about 5 to 6 minutes of white. So during the creation of the show throughout the season, the winter training, I should say, the boss and the senior pilot look very carefully of who's smoking what point in the show, during what manoeuvre. Clearly, we want to create a great show for the fans, so we're going to make it as colourful as possible. But as you can see, we need to be careful where we use it, how long we use it for, to ensure we don't run out. And it clearly looks great to the public on the ground.
And could you kind of explain some of the maneuvers that you do in the air and like what it feels like for you like inside of the plane?
Yeah, absolutely. Some of the maneuvers are really quite gentle, calm, obviously quite close to each other, so you have to be as relaxed as possible. And some of the maneuvers are quite high performing, so quite high amounts of G-force, and you're going quite fast. So for instance, synchro number 6 and 7 will be running in down the line, so as you're looking at the runway, across the runway at each other at about 350 to 400 miles an hour. And part of their maneuver is clearly they're going at each other. There's quite a fast or a high closing speed, and then at the end of that maneuver they pull a significant amount of G to then reposition for the next pass. So it's an exciting display to see. I'm really excited to show you guys here at Thunder over Michigan. But there's also a few maneuvers that the Red Arrows haven't done for over a decade. For instance, Cascade, which is the end of show maneuver, where we pull up in a loop in front of the crowd and then fly directly over the crowd in what we call a big battle, like a wide formation, smoking colour, and it looks really good. Hopefully you guys will agree. So there's some really interesting new maneuvers this year. It's a really tight, dynamic 7-ship display. I flew last year as Red 2, and this year is definitely a more challenging, more dynamic show. So we're really excited to show you guys while we're here.
And if you would just talk a little bit about what sort of preparation goes into getting a show like this together.
Huge. So the team comprises of about 150 personnel. As you can see in the background, we've got the Blues working on the aircraft there, making sure they're in good order, ready for us to display. We're doing a practice tomorrow, Thursday, and then we're displaying Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So in between each sortie, clearly there's servicing that needs to go ahead. There's also there's a specific die team who fill the die pods, and that's quite a demanding job as well, certainly in the heat. So a lot goes into preparing the jets for the show, but not just the circus, the Blues, the engineers and the pilots. We've also got the support team around it who are making sure we're fed, watered, we've got our clothes in the right place. It's a massive operation. So as I was saying, the team comprises of 150 people, and everyone digs in. This is teamwork at its pinnacle. It's incredible, and everyone plays their part to make sure that we have 9 jets displaying, fly pass, or 7 jets displaying, whatever it may be. But it's really important that everyone plays their role, which they do it to absolute precision and excellence, which is why we can be here today and hopefully put on a great show for you guys.
So the last couple of weeks, we saw you last at Four Leaf Air Show in New York, where you guys flew with the Snowbirds. That was incredible, by the way. Thanks for doing that. Can you talk about the work you've done with the Snowbirds and with the Blue Angels when you were in Maine, about when you guys conduct those joint flyovers?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of planning and preparation goes into it beforehand. Red 10 is our narrator and supervisor, and does a lot of the planning with the Blue Angels or the Snowbirds equivalent. So a lot of work goes in on the ground, a lot of paperwork and clearance for us to do it, and then once we're in the air, it's all about trying to make sure that we can get together in good, safe order. Certainly, you can imagine we've got 15, 16 aircraft in the skies with the Blue Angels the other day. So it's incredibly well planned, well briefed, and in the scenario of the Snowbirds and the Blue Angels, Red 1 will be talking to Blue Angel 1 or Snowbird 1 to make sure that we can meet up at the right point in the sky, we're at the right heights so we can join up safely and deconflict. And then once the boss is visual, he'll close the formation in behind, in this case, Blue Angels, nice and slowly, in a position where we can then ask Red 10, who is in the 10th aircraft, basically the photo shoot, but he'll say essentially whether we're in the right position or not, and we call that whipping. So the boss, red 1, will call red 10, you're clear to whip. He'll then fly around the formation and have a look at our positions and just make sure that it looks tidy, ready for the public and the photo shoot. And once we're in position and red 10's happy, then we'll flow in across the line, the runway, wherever it may be, and then put the smoke on to make it look even prettier. So yeah, I think the big part of it is the planning, the teams calls that we make between the formations, just to make sure that it's a safe and effective way of operating, to make it look obviously good for the crowds.
Awesome.
And how long ago did you guys decide that to come to the US for this, and what was the process of getting the planes over?
So it's been I think in the pipeline for a few months prior to us arriving. So just a few loose ends to tie up, and then we were all good to go. Really excited to come out, and yeah, it's quite a big feat to get all 11 aircraft across what we call the pond. So we start off at Waddington in Lincolnshire, and the first leg was then to fly up to northern Scotland, or a few islands north of Scotland called Stornoway. At which point then we'll refuel and then fly into Iceland. We stayed over in Iceland for a night, refueled the aircraft, and then the next day flew across to Greenland, and then into northern Canada, and then we're flying down from northern Canada the next day, a couple of hops then into the US. So it's 4 days, 2 hops a day to get into the US. A great adventure, and again, yeah, that similar to the joint displays. A lot of planning and preparation goes into that, but clearly it's all worthwhile, and we're here now, excited to celebrate America 250 with you guys.
Say, last one for me, just as a pilot, what's the most exciting part?
For me is getting in the aircraft. Once the engine started, I am very excited to go and do my debut. It's that feeling that you know you're about to take a beautiful jet airborne. You're surrounded by some of your best mates, and it really is. It feels great to be part of the team, and to be here is great to be celebrating again with you guys for America 250. So just getting in the aircraft, starting the aircraft up is just the start of the excitement for me, and the whole process is, as you can imagine, pretty thrilling.
You guys gonna be able to watch the game today?
That's a good question. We are planning on watching the game today. Yeah, absolutely. We are fully behind England, and let's hope we get the right result.
Good thing you get the day off so you can watch the game. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Last one from me. So since you're here at Thunder over Michigan, there's also famous warbirds here. If you had to choose, if I had to get in your brain for a second, if you had the opportunity to fly one of those, which one would you want to get the keys to?
I mean, it's always going to have to be the Spitfire. the ultimate warbird, for me is the Spitfire. As you know, we've got a display team in the UK, the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. If you the Lancaster Dakota, the Spitfire and the Hurricane. And they were based at my previous base where I flew the Typhoon at RAF Coningsby. So I used to see them flying all the time, and absolutely seeing them fly, but more importantly, hearing that Merlin engine is phenomenal. And yeah, absolutely, I'd love to fly the Spitfire.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here, and welcome to the United States. We're so glad to have you here, and we look forward to seeing you this weekend at Thunder over Michigan, and next week at Oshkosh. That's going to be a big one.
That's going to be great, and thanks for being so welcoming. I've enjoyed speaking and meeting so many the locals, so many guys from the United States. It's great. We feel so welcome, and we're absolutely loving it. I'm so pleased to be here.
Do you have anything else?
I guess just my final question is, have you had much time to explore any of the cities that you've been visiting? I guess what have you thought of Detroit so far?
We did go to Detroit yesterday. Yeah, absolutely. It's another great city, and for me, I've not really been to the United States much. apart from Florida and Colorado. So seeing these states, the cities we're staying in, it's all new to us, and it's great. Yeah, it's like another adventure every day. It's brilliant, it really is.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. There you go, turn my mic on. Wow, that was incredible. You know, not every day people from the United States get to talk to the Red Arrows, so I have to give a special shout out to Herb Gillen and the Thunder Over Michigan Airshow staff for allowing us to interview the Red Arrows and the Red Arrows themselves too. In addition to them allowing us to interview them, they handed me a book of all things Red Arrows. Look at this, guys. They have a whole book with all the pilots and stuff. Here, let me make this big so you guys can see. Look at this. They gave me a whole pamphlet book with all the pilots together, including a book. And in this book, it's all things Red Arrows. They have like all, you know, talking about who's who, all the pilots. They even have, if I can find the right page, all of the demonstrations they do. So this actually, believe it or not, will help us out on the live stream to help plan to show you guys maneuvers. They have their entire air show planned out. Here's the picture. Look at this. These are all of the maneuvers that they are planning to do here at Thunder Over Michigan. And in fact, if I go back and watch our 4-Leaf Airshow stream, they've done all of these. So this is handy. So thank you, Red Arrows, for handing me this. And they even gave us a little bit, a mini Red Arrow pin. Look at this. A pin to go on my shirt. They gave us this too. So how freaking wonderful. They've been so grateful to us here in the United States. So thank you so much to the Red Arrows and of course Herb Gillen and the Thunder Over Michigan staff for allowing us to sit down with Rob Thomas there, and we hope to see him in the skies tomorrow and Sunday. And in fact, to answer some questions, we will be live tomorrow. In fact, the stream for tomorrow is already up on the channel. So if you want to head to the channel and go ahead and like the stream and bookmark it for tomorrow, here you guys go. The live stream is up. So in case you are interested, you can check it out there on the channel. So head on over there. Mods, let's get a link to tomorrow's stream if you want to check that out. And of course, we also have a 24/7 bird cam stream, which is also live on the channel. So we cover all aspects of flight here on the channel. Everything birds, and the cameras change to multiple angles depending on what's happening. So if you like birds, or maybe you don't care for birds, share it with somebody who might like birds. So that's our 24/7 stream that is also live on the channel. All right, guys, well, listen, we're going to go ahead and start packing up because we also have some storms that are on the way. And in fact, that also was part of the decision factor to cancel the show. So we have some thunderstorms on the way. So I want to go ahead and get everything get everything packed up before those storms hit. So while it is unfortunate that we were not able to see anyone fly today, we saw the jet truck and a couple of pyro action. For those who purchased tickets for today's show, check your emails. I believe they're going to maybe give you tickets to next year's show for the Thunderbirds, I believe. Check your email. So if you purchase tickets for today's show and you're like in the car, maybe you're a passenger in the car watching our stream still, check your email. There's a potential link there to hook you up for next year when the Thunderbirds come in town. Tomorrow is unfortunately sold out. All tickets for the drive-in tailgate is sold out. So what that means for tomorrow, you're kind of out of luck for tickets. But there are still tickets on sale for Sunday in case you want to purchase some tickets there. But again, for Friday ticket purchasers, check your email. All right, guys, we're going to sign on off of here. We will see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have better weather and the smoke will get on out of here. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see everybody tomorrow. Till then, so long.